the pat on the back was coming.
Don't you think if you give them the pat on the back earlier that maybe some of these things wouldn't have happened?
Yeah, I think probably a lot of it wouldn't happen, but I was trying to make money and trying to, it's like when I described my brother Olin called me the next day after the Anaheim pay-per-view and saying everyone in the dressing room thinks you guys hate each other, and it's like, this is exactly what we want I want everyone to think that. But Sean, and I thought we had an understanding about that, but I think we just somehow misunderstood each other maybe at the times.
Well, and also, I mean, I don't think either one of us were intentionally doing any of that. We were just sort of, we were missing each other, misreading each other and stuff like that. And then to top on that, again, I did not, and I can't stress this enough to people, I did not have the ability at that time emotionally, or even professionally to look at something as just business. I mean, it's like now I can sit here, and even when I came back, I say, well, say whatever you want. I mean, there's a genuine ability now to go, I don't care. I don't, I mean, I'm not going to confront anybody about anything they say about me because I just don't care enough, to worry about defending, something. I mean, I'll do it, when I want to, and it'll be done and final. But other than that, I'm not going to squabble back and forth. But then, at that time, man, I mean, paranoia, worried, worried that everybody's looking at you, not doing a good job, I mean, taking everything a ton more serious, feeling the pressure, of that spot, the other guy, who's got the chance to come back, and holy cow, and if he saves it, how's that going to, I mean, everything under the sun. I mean, I was not, not trying to make an excuse, but it's not exactly like I was the most, emotionally well-equipped guy around. That's for sure.
For me, it was a case of like we didn't have that relationship that we'd had years before, but it was kind of like I just felt like the trust. I was always trying to show Sean how we could draw money, but I think I injured the trust that we had with each other to the point that. I mean, I really didn't, I don't know that I ever caught on how much heat I had with Sean until he did one promo. But it kind of got edgier and edgier and angrier and angrier. And some of Sean's comments I thought were not about wrestling characters. They were real attacks on my family, my sunny days. When I got home, I was really offended when I realized that my kids and my father came up and asked me what was going on with Sonny, and a lot of people said it's like this is that's crossing the line. Mm-hmm. He's basically said something implying that I'm with Sonny. That's could cause great problems for me and my family life.
With a wife and children, it could be somewhat embarrassing.
And that was the start of like, okay, now we're crossing lines where it's going to get ugly.
And ugly it got, because now we get to...
Well, that's the, I mean, and we tried a lot of times, to come together, and talk and hash it out, because I mean, it's funny, it's one of those, you can see it spiraling out of control.
I can remember specifically, like we talk about trust, because it's like, okay, trust me, Sean, just trust me, and it's like, he does not trust in me, but he's going to try. And specifically, it was in Delaware, and we had it set up where we were going to go off the air with Sean doing the big super kick. And I was in my wheelchair. And this is another one of those situations where, like, to trust me.
Irony has that you had a bad knee.
Yeah.
You had a bad knee, right?
Yeah. But I couldn't hear the cue on my headset.
Right.
And I couldn't remember my line that I wanted to end it, and I kind of stalled until I could think of it. And I had a great line to end it, and I don't think I even had a chance to use it. I completely forgot it. And anyway, we went off the air, and Sean didn't get his kick in. And then he got his kick in off the air, and he found out after. But I think when he came back to the dressing, rightfully, he sensed that I don't trust this guy at all, that he did that on purpose. And I swear that I didn't, but I could see how he could see that. And then it was the following week where I got the sunny days.
Yeah, I came back from that, and I remember coming through the curtain, and Bruce Pritchard's like, what happened? What do you mean? He goes, they never made air. I said, what? He goes, your kick had never made air. I said, what do you mean? He goes, we went off the air and he was just berating you. I went, what? That? I mean, and we had just, I know, that's and we had just talked that day about, geez, let's see how we
Trust. We're going to be okay.
Exactly. Trust me. And I was like, that's it. The gloves are coming off.
So now you think he screwed you again?
Oh, I mean, I cut a promo on everything that moved.
If you even think about coming out here, just remember that I'll have that pack of lions rip you to shreds, so don't even think about it. Just stay where you're at. Now, as for my little surprise, I just want to say, in person, face to face, I want that gutless little poser, Shawn Michaels, to get his ass out here. What? I know you're back there like everybody else, like Stone Cold Steve Austin, like the rest of the world, and especially you pathetic Americans, back there hanging on every single one of my words. And basically, I'm calling you out to get your ass out here.
What's he want to do? Fight him? He's in a wheelchair. I don't know what he wants. Well, he's going to get his wish. Listen to the ovation for the Heartbreak Kid. I don't think there's ever been a rivalry that has been talked about as much worldwide as this issue between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels.
I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I make them hot. I make them shiver. Things you weak. Cut the music! It's hurting my ears. Shawn Michaels, the boy toy. You know, there was a time when I just couldn't stand you. But now when I look at you, I realize that I hate your guts. And the reason that I hate your guts, to list all the reasons why I can't stand you and you make me sick. The biggest reason is, go ahead, take your jacket off. Make yourself at home. It symbolizes something, you taking your jacket off. It's like you're hot, you're cold, you're hot, you're cold. That's the story of your whole career. 1 minute you're hot and the next you're not. You know what bugs me about you is that finally dawned on me. It's the way you dance around, you have this attitude, this arrogance, this cockiness. And it finally hit me. That's what you Americans all symbolize. You think you're better than everybody else. You think you can cop this attitude and look down at the rest of the world like you're better than us. Well, it's not true. It's not true at all. Because you're rotten through and through, all the way through to your insides. Just like America, craving your blood and guts and all your violence and crime on the streets. You love it. You love it all, and you hate it when somebody tells you the truth. And you hate it when somebody tells you the truth. Talk about rotting from the insides is just like ancient Rome. America, this great country that should be leading us into the 21st century, but instead, you're rotting from the inside, just like ancient Rome, and you're gonna destroy yourself because you're being controlled and run by scum. Scum like this right here. You know, Shawn Michaels, boy toy. You ripped me off for the World Wrestling Federation Championship belt at WrestleMania 12 in a 60-minute Iron Man match. You screwed me out of that title, and you know it. And all you people stood by and let it go. You did nothing about it. So when I decided to come back, instead of facing me like a man, you didn't have the guts to face me like a man. Instead, you were too busy posing for girly magazines. Dancing around, kissing all the girls. Putting tattoos on yourself and earrings through your navel and your nose and your ears. Shaking your ass and making yourself a horse's ass. A self-professed degenerate, that's what you are. A self-professed degenerate. And when we talk about role models, you led the World Wrestling Federation. You took that World Wrestling Federation Championship belt in a reign of decadence. But you know, Shawn Michaels, the biggest thing that bothers me about you is that you didn't have the guts to face me this year at WrestleMania. You didn't have the guts to face me one-on-one. You go ahead and talk about all the things. You talk about my mother and my family and how I signed for more money than any other wrestler in the history of the World Wrestling Federation and how I'm controlled by the almighty dollar. Who isn't controlled by the almighty dollar? That's a bunch of BS and you know it. The $1 million question. That's what Vince McMahon said to you last week. The $1 million question. That's all it was, is $1 million. Well, Shawn Michaels, it should concern you what I get paid. And it shouldn't concern you whether I got my mother and my father and the rest of my family in the front row. And it shouldn't concern you anything that I do. What should concern you is whether you really believe deep down in your guts and in your heart whether you're actually as good as me. And you pathetic, sick, violent people know.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll keep our cameras rolling.
That this
So
piece
long.
of crap right here was never. I don't think so. Talk about family values. You'd like to hit me, but you don't have the insights to do it.